Hey guys, so today we're going to do a 30-minute hip opening flow. So this is for all levels, so you don't have to be an advanced practitioner to take this class. So let's get started. As far as props, not really any props aside from maybe a strap. All right, so if you have a strap, go ahead and grab your strap. Let's get started on our backs. All right, so come all the way down onto your spine. Lie back. Take a moment here. We'll bring the feet together, knees apart, close the eyes. Kind of get settled in. Anything you like with the hands. And then go ahead and squeeze the knees into the chest. We'll take a little happy baby outside of the edges of the feet and gently start to rock side to side. And go ahead and take both toes. Start to straighten the legs out to the side. Working the hips a little bit here. Breathe, shoulders back. Let's come back into that happy baby position. Let's take the left leg down to the floor, straighten it. Keep that right leg in that half happy baby. Keep working the hip, opening it up. And let's straighten the leg. Go ahead and reach the toes, nose to the knee. Relax back, open hip, maybe grab the big toe, left hand on top of the thigh, look over the left shoulder. And let's take the leg up, switch hands, all right? And then I'm gonna take the leg kind of across the body, all the way over. Look over the right shoulder, finding a nice little hip stretch here. Maybe reach down, find the left foot. A little compass twist. And then come all the way back, take the leg up, right leg up. See if you can hold on to that left foot and then reach the leg all the way over and try to look under the left shoulder. So this is a compass basically pose on the back. A little stretch here in the hip and the shoulder. And then bring the leg back up. We're gonna cross the right ankle over the knee. Remember, we're working on hips, so nice and easy. Take the right hand, thread it through outside of that left knee. Close the eyes and just relax. Putting a little bit of pressure on the left knee. And let's take the left leg up, keeping that right ankle crossed. Maybe see if you can reach up for the ankle, the shin, wherever you can grab. And putting a little bit more pressure on that outer right hip. And then release the left foot. And go ahead and squeeze the hips up. Little pressure, lift. And then relax down. Let's take both legs up. Reach down, find the outer edges of both feet. Gently rock side to side. Straighten the legs again. Coming back to happy baby, releasing the right leg all the way down to the floor. Noticing where you feel this, usually on the top of that right hip flexor. Stay here, breathe. Now start to extend the left leg all the way up. Go ahead and take the nose up to the knee. Relax the right foot, open the left hip. Let's place the right hand on top of that right thigh. Try not to over rotate the left leg over. So keep that right hip down. And then bring the leg across. And then here's we switch hands. All right, so let the body twist over. And then reach down with this hand, see if you can find the right foot. And then at this point, we're gonna relax the left shoulder back. And then the gaze will turn to the left. And try to get that left shoulder to come to the floor. And then bring this leg over. Then compass on the back. Opening up here. You should feel this on the right shoulder as well as the inside of the left hip. And that right hip flexor. And then release. Let's take the left ankle across the knee. Threading the hands around, left hand between the hole that you made with the legs, hands on the outside of the knee. Close the eyes. And take a few breaths here. Gently rock side to side. From here, let's straighten the right leg. Pause. Let's reach all the way up. Hands on the shin, the ankle, the knee, wherever you can grab. Maybe even the toe if you're feeling super open. Breathe. Maybe nose up. And then let's put the right foot on the floor. All right. Now from here, we're going to lift the hips up. Little squeeze. Hands can go wherever they want. Keep lifting up. Feeling that opening. And then relax back. Now we're going to take the hands down. Take shoulder stand. So lift those legs up. Squeeze. Go ahead and lower the feet down. Knees to ears. Grab the big toes. Take an inhale and then rock up. Exhale, rock all the way up. Sit up on the sit bones. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale back. Exhale as you rock it up. Lift. Keep it going. Lift. Couple more. Lift. And last one. Sitting all the way up. Now let's release the legs. Let's work on those middle, the inner hips. So we're gonna lift the chest. And instead of rounding here, think about opening the heart. Walking the fingers forward, feeling the hips start to open. We're all in different places in our hip mobility. Maybe rock back and forth. Start to walk those fingers forward a little bit if you can. Some of you can go all the way down to the floor, reach the fingers forward. Okay? Not expected to do this, but if you can, great. Hands back. Push down. Breathe. And then let's slide the legs in. Let's bring the feet together, knees apart for Baddha Konasana. Gently put pressure on the knees. Again, not recommended to go hard, just a little bit of pressure. Lift the heart. And then walk the fingers forward. Take a little fold. Maybe walk the fingers to the right and the left. And then back up. Let's pull the knees all the way in. And then let's take the hands back behind you. And we're going to scoop the hips up. Spread the fingers and let the head go back. And then see if you can drive the hips back through the arms. Flex the feet. And let's do that again. Lift. Hips through the arms. Flex the feet. Again, scoop and lift. Head back. Flex the feet. And then let's release the feet. Reach for the toes, fold. All right, and then cross the ankles. I'm going to shift over hands and knees. Big inhale, open the heart. And then exhale, curl the back round. Again, inhale. Pull it all the way in round. Again, inhale. And then exhale, curl around. Now tuck the toes, lift up and back. Take it to downward facing. Maybe pedal out the feet. Stretching the shoulders and the legs. Separate the feet hips distance. All right, and then shift all the way forward. Let's roll over the toes. Strong arms, strong legs. Try to keep the hips off the floor. And then scoop up and back. Spreading the fingers and toes. And then shift forward. Pull the belly in. Roll over. Scoop it back. And now walk the feet and let's take the right leg all the way up. We're going to bend the knee. Open the hip. Look under the right shoulder. And let's slowly square off the hips. We're going to shift into plank pose. And take the knee into the nose and round. Send it back. Take the knee up to the right. Send it back to plank. Twist. Send it back. Now pull the knee in. Step the foot forward. Pause here. Open the heart, rise to the fingertips. We're in a bit of a lunge. We're going to shift the hips forward and back. So shift, forward, back. And then let's rebend the knee. Little stretch here, let that left hip flexor open. Maybe reach the right hand up and back. And then maybe reach back for the foot. Notice how the hip flexor is. Try to keep it low. Stretch and then release. Now shift back, straighten that right leg again. Step it forward. Pull the left knee in. Hold. And then step it all the way back. And then let's release the right leg up and back. Lower all the way down to chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing stretch. And scoop it back. Then we'll take the left leg up and back. Open the hip. Stretch, bend the knee. Look under the left armpit. And then slowly square off the hips. Shift the weight into plank. Let's take the knee into the nose. Send it back. Take the knee to the left. Send it back. Squeeze. Now twist. Send it back. Take the knee all the way in and around. Shift. Let's place the foot between the hands. Think super high lunge. Pause here. We're just going to shift forward and back. So maybe straight into the leg a little bit. Shift down. All right. Now pause. Let's take the right hand down. Left hand reaching. And then release the knee. Maybe both hands inside for a few breaths. And then reach the left hand back. Grab the foot. Try to keep the right hip flexor close to the floor. Then slowly release. Shift. Straighten into that leg, and then let's go ahead and slide the leg back. Shifting the weight forward, squeeze everything, lower to chaturanga. Come to upward facing stretch. Let's walk the feet to the hands. Folding in. Hands to the back of the neck, little stretch. And then release the fingers, shift side to side. Hands behind the back. Flat back, open the chest, stand all the way up. And then reach forward, fold in. Little bend in the knees, maybe separate them wider. Slowly release. Let's come into a little yogi squat. So drop the hips. Malasana, this is great for the hips. Chest lifting. Take the left hand in front, right hand reaching. And then switch. Left hand in front, let's wrap. Look up to the right. Switch. Right hand wraps. Back to the center, stretch. Reach the fingers forward. And then straighten the arms. Step the feet back. Now let's shift into plank. Squeeze, lower to chaturanga. All the way to upward facing. And scoop it back. Step the weight, or step all the way to the top of the mat. Shift. Fold in. And then rise up. Hands come into the heart. Pause. Again, arms reach. Open up, fold. Rise up, plant the palms, shift up to the toes, bend the knees, float it back. All the way to upward facing, and then scoop it back. Spreading the fingers and toes. Remember to scoop out the belly. Let's get ready to float to the top of the mat. Looking forward, scoop and lift the hips, bend the knees, and get ready to float up. Feet to the top, open the heart. Exhale, fold. Slowly rise. Hands come into the heart. Again, reach. Open all the way up. Let's fold. Rise up. Plant the palms, shift the weight, bend the knees, float it back. All the way through to upward facing. Scooping it back. Spreading the toes and fingers. All right, let's do one more. Spreading the fingers, shift, bend the knees, floating up. Take your time, getting a little height, and then fold. Separate the feet. We'll slide the hands under the feet to stretch the wrists. And then go ahead and release. Come up to standing. All the way up. And then let's step out to the right. So I'm shifting. Now I'm going to take my right toes out. I'm going to shift into a warrior two. So pause in warrior two. Pull the belly in, reach up. Gaze over those fingers. Flip that front palm, reverse. Feel that stretch in this hip. Take the hand all the way forward to the outside. Top arm reaches. Inhale, back up. Keep that knee bent 90 degrees, reach. Again, take the hand to the inside. Top arm reaching. Breathe. Shifting up. Reverse. Now this time, straighten that right leg. Hinge, take the right hand to right foot. And then slowly, as you square up the hips, pull the belly in, bend that front knee. We're going to shift into Ardha Chandrasana. So press into that foot and lift up. Pull the belly in. Balance. Some of you like to grab the foot. You can play around with this little balance here. Shift. Again, don't let the top foot go too far back behind you. And then release, step the foot back. Shifting, and then we're going to shift to the other side. So let's bend into the left knee. Breathe, gaze over the front fingers. Let's reverse. Reach the hand to the outside. Use a block if you need it. Top arm over. Bend deep into this left knee. And then shift back up, reverse. Take it to the inside. Left hand flat if you can, top arm reaching. Inhale back, keep that knee 90 degrees, reverse. And then straighten the leg. Start to hinge. Step the back foot in. Big inhale as you reach up. And then take the fingers to the ankle or the shin. Reach up. Pull the belly in. Remember, heels are in the same plane. Reaching up, look up. Now we're taking it to Ardha Chandrasana. So start to bend the front knee. Fingers to the outside. Maybe step that foot back a little bit. Push down into that left foot. All the way into the foot and the left fingers. The key is not let the top foot go behind you. Strong legs. Reach up. Maybe take the hand to the foot. Find your breath. Find the gaze. Keep stretching, lifting the leg. Release the foot. Bend the standing leg. Step it back. Scoop all the way up. Straighten the leg. Let's turn both feet in. We'll take the hands behind you. Open the heart. Exhale, let's fold all the way in and stretch. Release the fingers. Pause, let's bring the fingers forward. Open the heart. Let's take the left hand up. Look up. And switch. Right hand up. And pause. Now let's bend into the left knee. Little stretch here. Sink into this hip. Maybe reach here. Over. Maybe a little wrap. And then right hand to left foot. Let's stretch over here. Reach, look up. And then let's stretch this left hip a little bit. Again, reaching up. Open up that left hip. And then shift back down, bring the hand in, shift sides, stretching to the right. Flex the left foot. Try to keep this right heel down. Reach the chest all the way up, bring arms up. Let's take a little wrap. Look up to the left. And then release. Now let's take the left hand to the inside of that left foot, right hand reaching. Look up. You can also take this hand to the outside of that foot and reach over. Maybe grab the foot. And then shift up. Remember, now we're going to take the right hand behind the hip, rotate that right hip open, reach up, arm over the ear. Now let's shift into warrior two, straighten that leg, turn the feet in again. Now let's shift side to side. So shift down and keep going a couple times. Shift. This is intense on the thighs and hips. Keep shifting. Now we're going to shift all the way up and over. Bend into that right knee. Shift over this hip. Breathe. Reach back again with the right hand. And then release. Let's straighten into the right leg. Think half Hanuman. And then go ahead and walk this foot in. You're getting a stretch over this hip. This stretch is called single pigeon. It feels great. Shifting the hips forward. Take as much time as you need. We're going to fold in, maybe elbows come down. Stay here and stretch. Keep reaching the heart forward. You can come all the way down if you like. And then start to shift. This is where you grab the strap and then put the strap on the foot. Okay, and then see if you can start to take a little flip grip. And then reaching the arm up by the ear, stretch. Okay, take your time, working the shoulder wrap. You can take both hands up or switch hands. You get a shoulder stretch too. Breathe, maybe both hands on, look back. And let's release. All right, and then slowly shift up. We're gonna shift back onto this foot, stretching into this hip. Straighten the right leg. Now slide that leg forward, taking Hanuman. Again, if you need blocks, use blocks. Take it to your level. Try to keep the back toes tucked under. Okay. And then there's a tendency to use a lot of weight on the hands. And again, if you need it, use it. But the goal is to eventually kind of get rid of the hands. I'm going to decide to shift the weight up. Baby fingers lifting. Okay, breathe. Fold. All right, and then we're going to slide back. So shifting back. Rebending that knee, tucking the toe, lift. Turn directions. Okay. And shift to the other side. Maybe pause here for a breath. And then we're going to rotate over this hip. Okay? Feel this deep stretch in the hip. Maybe we'll take the left hand back again, reach. Maybe come down to the elbows. And then let's shift up. We're going to walk the left foot in. So maybe a little half Hanuman stretch first, and then come forward, walk that foot all the way in. Think single pigeon. Okay, so fold in over this left hip. Take your time stretching here. Try not to round too much. Think about chest opening. and then start to lift the heart. Keep the hips nice and square. Here's where you might want to start reaching back for that back foot. You can square it off, find your strap, maybe place the strap around the toe. Okay, you can use any kind of strap. And then you notice how I'm doing a little shoulder rotation. So from here, the elbow comes in, then I'm rotating the elbow up by the ear. Trying to square off the hips. You can do this again. In, reach it up, take it around, in, reach it up, little circles. All right? Keep working that stretch. Maybe other hand up. You can even switch hands. Give the other hand a break. Breathe. Maybe both hands on. Lift. And take your time here, just playing around. Strap is great for that. Release it, little stretch. Now I'm going to shift back up onto this foot. Step that foot forward, keep stretching here into the hip flexor. And straighten the left leg. Half Hanuman. Maybe a couple more shifts. All right, now we're gonna work into full Hanuman. Use blocks if you need it, okay? One hand on either side of the foot. Slide the leg forward and try to keep the back toes tucked under. Shifting the weight forward. One side's gonna be a lot more challenging than the other. Again, use blocks if you need it. Okay, breathe, shift. Try to take the weight off the hands and have the weight on the body. Okay, keep reaching. Maybe fold forward. And just take as many breaths as you need here. And then start to shift back. Rebending that knee, tucking the toe. Let's step the foot all the way in, fold in again. And then shift up. All the way up. Again, folding back in. Plant the palms, let's step the feet all the way back. And then shift all the way forward, lower down to chaturanga, into upward facing. Bend the knees, scoop it back. Whew. All right, walk the feet back in and fold in. Coming back into that Malasana squat, dropping the hips. We're gonna shift from Malasana down to the tailbone. Let's come back into that Baddha Konasana shape. Feet together, knees apart, little stretch. And then we're gonna take the hips open. Kind of like we did earlier. A little bit of reach side to side, left side, switch. Couple more. And then chest back, chest up, head back. Walk the feet, hands in. Last little stretch here, folding. And again, not everyone can get down to the chest. If you can, wonderful. And then roll back. Shift that foot forward. Let's roll all the way back to the spine. Roll down. Pulling the knees back in. Let's lift the hips up over the shoulders again. Knees to the ears. Straighten out. And then one vertebrae at a time, let's roll down. And then release the feet. Let's take the right foot up top of the left, little dropping the knees to the right. Relax the head and shoulders. And then shift up. Let's twist to the other side. Crossing the ankle, twist. And then come back, switching sides. Now left ankle over right knee. Just drop the legs to the left. You should feel the right hip flexor. It's kind of a funky little stretch. And then back twist. And just twist over, drop to the right, look over the left shoulder. And then gently make it back. Close the eyes. And allow the feet to turn in, knees out, flop it out. Relax the arms, head, shoulders, close the eyes. Let it go. And get nice and still.